5 human beings dead for demonstrations above outstanding civilian man salaries, and growing tensions in Baghdad. In the Kurd town of Rania in Sulaymaniyah provincial, on to Miran Mohammed, the country public health CEO. Else man dead time exposed treat at a clinic, told a safety resource who tell on the state of anonymous since same's not authorized to say to the print. Iraq Kurds include constructed a semi-autonomous area in northern Iraq in their own provincial by the government, the Kurdistan provincial by the government, or KRG, their own gunman forces and petroleum-dependent economics. Kurds, largest of whom live in Medium East countries, consisting northern Iraq, East Turkey, West Iran, and little some portion of northern Syria and Armenia, do not include informal motherland or nation. They include never reached nationality state statute. In Iraq, some portion of the area are acknowledged by Baghdad. KRG Main Secretary Nushirvan Barzani appealed for tranquility, in a declaration located on his formal Facebook web page. Yours frustrations are comprehensible, and I listen them, he wrote. Peace express of view is, of year, a legal and more democratic law. But abuse is never reasonable. I urge on all of you to hold yours protests peaceably. The protests begun Monday, consisting in the cities of Sulaymaniyah and Halabja, as Kurd civilian service staff claimed outstanding salaries, and some rally crossly named for superior water supply, force, and some social services. The KRG convicted the abuse in a declaration, proverb it sabotaged safety and sustainability. By the government told it acknowledged countrymen law to protests and pronounced anxiety above activities how were not a portion of citizen movements how introduced to the abuse, particularly in Sulaymaniyah provincial. The declaration marked how buildings associated to by the government and policy parties had been aim, guideline to injuries and characteristic harm. Videos on public print emerging to show protesters' installation flame to buildings associated to by the government, as the Patriot Association of Kurdistan, PUK, and Kurd More Democratic Side of Iraq, KDP, in Sulaymaniyah, Kuria, and Taktik. Rubber and cars as well were set on fire. Several live video emerging to show applauding crowds as rally torched posters of ex-Kurd CEO Masoud Barzani. Hard gun flame, supposedly of Kurd safety forces, can be heard in several videos. The provincial by the government has been in finance straits with 2014. Baghdad diminished financing to the area while the KRG solved to circumvent the center by the government and excited front in a contentious schedule for a Kurd controllable pipe to conduct oil of Kirkuk to Turkey. Baghdad regained monitoring of contested petroleum-rich fields in Kirkuk. In supplement, the area has reeled of the cancel of world air transportation as more tense relations in neighboring Turkey and Iran. Kirkuk is crucial to by the government coffers of both of the KRG and the Iraq by the government in Baghdad. Kurd forces obtained monitoring of the multi-ethnic town following Iraq by the government forces neglected it for the ISIS unpleasant in 2014.